I read a post from a marketer the other day, and I want to talk about it because I think it's super interesting. Because if you're a contractor or a business owner, this is the kind of advice that sounds smart, but can quietly cost you a fortune years from now. The post basically said this: it's 2026, AI can write code, AI can build websites, so why are people still building on WordPress with a bunch of plugins and updates? WordPress was great 20 years ago, but today it's bloated, it's a security risk, and it's slow. Just prompt an AI, generate the code, deploy it, and done. Build fast, build simple, and stop managing plugins. Here's the thing, he's not entirely wrong. There are pieces of that I actually agree with. But there's one giant question buried in that whole argument that nobody selling you a website built around AI wants to answer for you. And by the end of this video, you're going to ask it every single time someone pitches you a new website. Now, I want to give credit where credit is due, because I'm not here to defend old technology just because it's old. Are AI websites looking good right now? Absolutely. Are they operating decently? For a lot of the simple stuff, sure. Can you build them faster than ever before? Can they rank? Sure, potentially. And by the way, you can also build a WordPress website faster than ever before with AI now too. So this isn't AI versus WordPress. If that's what you're thinking, that framing is already off. And the security point isn't made up either. WordPress security is real. But here's the nuance most people miss. Somewhere around 90 to 97% of WordPress vulnerabilities and security issues don't come from WordPress itself. They come from plugins and themes, the third-party stuff, which means the problem actually isn't the platform. The problem is whether someone is actually maintaining it correctly. That's more of a discipline problem than a burn it all down problem. It's why we have multiple website developers on our team that are constantly doing plugin updates, doing security testing, and making sure that everything is working. So fast, yes. Good looking, yes. Can it even rank? Maybe. So here's where it falls apart for the business owner. And it's the part that gets conveniently left out of every single one of these sales pitches that business owners are getting pitched on a daily basis. The entire just have AI build is the argument, right, is written from a developer and marketer's point of view. It assumes the person who owns the website is comfortable in code. You're not. You're a contractor. You're a roofer. You're an HVAC guy. You run a remodeling company. You don't want to open a code editor to change your phone number or swap out a photo or to add a page. So ask yourself, when that AI generated site is live, how do you edit it? How do you add that new service page? How do you update pricing when it changes if you have it on your website? How do you change an image? On a custom coded site, the honest answer a lot of the time is you don't. You send a request to whoever built it and you wait. So now let's flip it. The reason WordPress runs about 43% of the entire internet and roughly 60% of every site that uses a content management system isn't nostalgia. It's that a non-technical business owner can log in, click around, and actually run their own website. That control is the whole point of this. But control in and of itself is just the start. Here's the question that should stop you cold before you ever sign with somebody pitching a custom AI build website. What happens when you decide you don't want to work with them anymore? So picture it. You tell this marketer who you just invested this money with on this website, hey, I'm no longer working with you. And now they hand over this gibberish custom coded website that only they knew how to maintain. It's the exact same thing we saw years and years and years ago when people were building HTML coded websites. Now you've got to find somebody who can reverse engineer the exact back end of what they built. Figure out how it was put together, how it's hosted, how it's deployed, before they can even touch it and help you scale your business. You essentially have to become a coder or go higher. And yes, AI makes that easier than ever before, but you are essentially reinventing the wheel every single time. And then think about that next agency. You take that custom site to them and say, maintain this. What do you think that they're going to say? 9 times out of 10, they're going to take a look at the code base and go, we're just going to rebuild this. Like, it's a necessity if you want to work with us. And most marketers are going to think that way, which means the way in which it was built in the first place was kind of pointless for you as the business owner. You paid for something you can't maybe keep up with, is probably the better terminology. Can't necessarily move. And the next person, the next agency doesn't even want it. That's not a website. That's a leash, and it creates a level of dependence on that marketer. Quite frankly, a smart business owner should never sign up for. Now, back to a word from earlier. Maybe it ranks, a phrase, right? Here's the truth. Nobody's putting in their pitch. There is not a lot of real long-term data on how these AI-generated sites perform in search over months and years because it's new. So you've got two groups of people right now selling you a shortcut. One selling you an AI website, one selling you a WordPress website built in 90 minutes with AI. Different sales pitches, but the same problem. Both are selling you speed and looks, and neither one is showing you what the back end actually looks like, what happens with security and vulnerabilities down the road, or what your business and website looks like when you want out. Now, here's our position, and I'll be straight with you about it. We are deliberately taking the old-fashioned, tried and true, proven approach consistently still today. We build on WordPress with a real team, with actual content writers, with real strategy behind it. Not because we can't move faster, because we're not going to cut corners with your business when there isn't real data behind what everybody else is rushing to sell you right now. Your business is not the place to have somebody go beta test this and throw shit against the wall. Now, we are using plenty of things inside of our business and even in the website process to make things go quicker and more efficiently with AI, but it's not replacing what everybody else is talking about. It's replacing. Now, and this is important because I don't want you to think I'm an anti-AI, anti-progress person. I'm not. The marketer's deeper point has real value. It's just pointed in the wrong direction from what they were posting. If anyone can now just generate a basic website in a few minutes, then the value was really never there. The value moves to what you can build around it, the experiences and the tools that actually solve a business problem. For a contractor, that's things like a customer portal where homeowners can track their project, a quoting or estimating calculator on your website, a booking or scheduling workflow, a dashboard that ties your leads, reviews, and your jobs together. AI-powered tools that do something for your customer and for your business. That's where this technology earns its keep and what we're already building around for some of our own things inside of our business and our clients. The takeaway here isn't AI makes websites easier panic. The takeaway is AI lets us offer you the things we couldn't before. Don't get distracted by who can build a prettier homepage faster. Pay attention to who you can actually build a system with that actually grows your business. So let me hand you the actual filter to use so this isn't just me ranting about all these different platforms. The next time someone pitches you about a website, AI built, WordPress in a day, 90 minutes, doesn't matter. Ask them these 4 questions. Number 1, when I want to update the content myself, how do I do it without paying? 2, if I leave you, can I take this website with me? And will the next person be able to work on it, or will they have to rebuild it? 3, show me your data. Not just how it looks the day it launches, but I want to see how sites are actually ranking, generating leads, and making money for years at a time. And then number 4, what does the back end actually look like? The hosting, the security, the updates, and who is responsible with it? If they get squirrely on any one of these, you have your answer. A good, honest, truthful, transparent partner answers all 4 of those questions without flinch. For most contractors, the right call as it stands today is still a well-built WordPress website you can actually own and control, built by a real team, backed by real content and strategy. If you're a contractor or home services business owner and you want the website built the right way, one you own, a real team that stands behind it, with the modern tools laid where it actually helps, there's a link in the description for you to have a conversation with our team. Schedule a call. We'd love to kind of walk through your current online presence, explain a little bit about where things are at, and show you some potential areas of opportunity where I think we might be able to help. And if this video made you rethink the AI website pitch in your inbox, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, share this content on social media. We'd love to get your feedback, understand what resonated and what more stuff you want to see here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.